Okay, Eugene, how are you coping with the lockdown in your area?
Man, it's very crazy in my area. You know the president actually announced that of course it's a lockdown, but it's a partial lockdown, so you can actually come out for essential purposes.
Okay.
But in my area, I stay in Nigeria, Ghana, East Lagos. Anyone who is in Ghana, in East Lagos, the food vendors, because they are scared, they don't come out at all to actually sell. So you can imagine people who don't have enough in their home to actually live on. They will be very tough for them. So in my area, it's crazy, and then there are no transport also going to and fro. So it's very difficult, you
No,
know.
as for the food vendors, that one paid me yesterday. Honestly, when I go home, I was so tired. I had to go out to look for food. Those guys
It's
were not there. Anyway, guys,
anyways.
you're welcome to another wonderful and insightful episode right here on the Opinion with VNTV. My name is Okoma Gifty, and today we are going to talk about trending issues that affect us as a country as well as Africa in general. And I am not in the studio alone. I am here with
Eugene Evans, and like she said early on, this is a show that irons out issues that concerns you and of course the continent as a whole. Now today we are going to touch on lots of issues, trending issues. Now you all know that because of this whole corona thing, so all around the world everything has actually come to a halt. So almost everything we're going to talk about today is actually centered on that. Now the very first story we're going to touch on is the fact that there have been several reports about the fact that civilians have been assaulted by security personnel here in Ghana since the commencement of the 2 weeks lockdown announced by the president. Now the question we'll be asking is, why are people still coming out? Is it because they didn't clearly understand the directives from the president, or they have actually decided to actually go against the directives of the president? And some are even of the view that the security personnel are also doing too much, a little too much, by not treating them right. So we are going to show you the video and more about that right here on the show.
On the aspect of the military personnel and all that, I think it's too much. I've seen a viral videos, like the videos are online. It's too much. Like, why would you be flogging someone that is old enough to be your mother? At least an excuse is okay, like warning them and telling them to go back into their houses, it's fine. But flogging them and making them feel like, oh, come on, why?
I know, right? Well, we're still going to delve more into that particular issue. And then also, whilst people are locked down somewhere in their rooms and they are not supposed to go out and all that, someone has also decided to take advantage of this whole lockdown thing. A man has been arrested for dressing up as a military man. And this is what he does. He goes out there to extort money from people. Anyone who comes out, he takes money from them. And he doesn't do just that. He actually beats them also for coming out. He has been arrested. We'll show you that particular video. And then also, because the president of Ghana actually announced it's a partial lockdown, so he announced that specifically some areas in Accra, Kumasi, and Tema, so not related to the whole Ghana.
Yeah,
exactly. So because of that, some people have actually decided to actually travel out of Accra to escape. Well, guess what? They have been caught, and I'm talking about they've intercepted about 2 trucks carrying people about. They are actually headquarters. In Ghana, we call them kayayei. I don't know in Nigeria how you guys call them. And they've actually sent them back to wherever they came from. So we're going to talk about that issue also. And then what do we have?
Okay, away from Ghana and straight to Nigeria, some Igbo women has been flogged mercilessly for having a meeting during the lockdown. But
wow.
Come on.
Wow.
Come on. Why would they be having a meeting? Is it that they are not well informed or what? I don't understand.
I think people are just refusing to actually adhere to their directives, and they are taking this whole thing lightly.
Okay, still in Nigeria, a man has thrown away a trader's bowl of Gari because he sells it at a very exorbitant price. Honestly, I don't know what is wrong with us. Okay, you are selling it at a very exorbitant price. Yes, the rich will buy, but what happens to the poor people? I don't understand. I don't just get it. This is something that we'll find out. It's very unfortunate. Everybody's in this case together. Why are you making life uncomfortable for the poor masses? Because that's for the politicians, that's for the rich people there. They are out of the case. You see that they can afford it. Many people will go hungry because of this. Why are people doing this?
It doesn't make sense, but we'll talk more about that particular issue.
It doesn't make sense. And also, a popular Nollywood actress, Adame, is not happy with the way the NEPA is supplying lights in Nigeria, like the current supply of electricity in Nigeria. She is not happy about it. These and many more, guys, we have to talk about. Let's go for a quick commercial break, guys. We'll be right back.
Enjoy a wide variety of quality content on VNTV. Only on VNTV. Watch talk shows like The Opinion for political and social discussion. Sports Hub for all your sports news. Alright, want to know what's trending? Oops, we got you with social media trends.
Download VNTV app from Google Play Store.
And enjoy all of our awesome programs. Local and foreign movies whenever, wherever. VNTV, powerhouse of entertainment.
All right, so you're welcome back from the break. If you just joined us, this is still The Opinion, your favorite show, my favorite show, and we are here delving into the issue. So you haven't missed much. I don't think you guys have missed, but we have a lot to talk about right here on the show. Now, earlier on, we spoke about the fact that now there have been reports that some civilians are being assaulted by some security personnel in Ghana for actually coming out. You know, the president actually announced a partial lockdown. And the question I'm asking is, why are people like that? I mean, upon all that the president said, you actually sit at home and say that regardless, I'm going to step out and go against the president's directives. Do you think it's the way to go?
For me, I think that was even the main reason why the government here is using the military, like they're using the army people instead of the police. Because they know people will still come out. Even there's this thing about army and police. You can actually joke with a policeman, but you don't joke with army people.
Right.
Because those guys are serious. Like, they are serious. When they are serious with their matter, you don't even joke with them. One slap, your brain will set. But people still came out. Like, yes, I feel bad they are being beaten. But why? Why can't you just obey simple instruction for God's sake?
Exactly. And then talking about the slaps and all, I mean, you think that this is a movie we are talking about and all, but this is real. So these are some of the videos where we saw some of the military men actually beating the people for actually coming out. Some are even asked to actually, some punishment, they hold their ears and then they go up. And let's take a look at the video. When we come back, we'll talk more on this particular issue. So there you have it.
Yeah.
Look at how you are being treated simply because you refuse to actually listen to not just the president. I mean, it's as simple as that. You know the reason for the lockdown. We are not locking down because of some fun or something, but you know that there's actually some serious issue there. Health issues. When you stay at home, you don't affect people, or if you have the virus or whatsoever, just to prevent the outspread of the whole virus thing. That's the reason for the partial lockdown. Now, but even let me put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
People are of the view that the president actually announced this whole thing speaking English, and we all know that majority of the masses out there are not people that are not too educated. Do you think the president should have probably done it in other languages so that because people are saying there are people who were caught and then they ask them, they are like, why are you out? And they say that, oh, I have no idea that there's a lockdown.
Okay, this is it. Yes, it is very, very, I wouldn't say it's unfortunate. It's cool that technology has come and everything is on the internet, everything is on TV. How about people that don't have TV?
Exactly.
How about people that don't have internet? People that are not informed, people that are not learned enough to handle the internet. Okay, before now, there is this that they do in Africa, like whatever it is, whatever news they have to do, they give it to the sound criers to go around the villages or go around the towns, understand, to distribute the information to people.
Yeah, I feel that's the way to go.
That would have been the best way to handle this, so that everybody will know of it. Because I believe the town criers, they still go with the local languages and
exactly.
So
and then that particular day, the president of Ghana actually announced it. It was somewhere around 11:30 p.m. thereabout. That's when he announced this thing. And then also you are actually announced. Of course, we know that they will leave that. They will say that, oh, but that's why we have the media
and all that.
Media and all of that. So they have to disseminate the information and all of that. But I just thought the president should have actually maybe given more than just those just 2 days.
Yes.
Maybe a week, just so that the traditional leaders are the various villages and all of that to actually disseminate the information to them or to the people, so that they are there to everything that's actually happened.
Because honestly, I saw some video of I think a military flogging a woman. She was crying.
Yeah, and then she was crying, and then she was saying that she just went out there
to buy
some food stuff, and they are beating
her like that. Honestly, you that is beating the person, cry. Somebody's mother, and you are beating the person like that. It's uncalled for. I know. Yes, we Africans will find it very difficult to adhere to instructions. I know that very well, but still at that, master, you have conscience now. I beg, tamper justice with Macy. You go to flog person, mama, you go to cry. You see they flog and they go.
No, but in another vein, I feel aside people having the view that the president is supposed to actually say it in other languages and all of that, there are people who also know the right thing, but they are actually refusing
personally
to do the right
thing.
I
work with the army.
You get it?
If I work with the army, when I see aged women that have come out to buy, like probably people's grandmothers and all that have come out to buy stuff, I'll only tell you, mama, this time we don't come out to go inside. I won't flog anybody.
I don't
but if you are a youth
actually
and I catch you aside, Charlie,
if you actually resist, that's when they have to be dealt with, because I feel it's a little bit unfair on the agent. Like the woman we're seeing in the video it's showing on the screen right now, in the video, and the woman crying and all of that. I feel that is unfair.
It's so unfair.
I mean, this is to the security personnel in Ghana.
Please, you guys take it easy.
I mean, take it down. We are in this together. Let's fight this together. But let's take it.
Even in Nigeria, the way they carry their own to. The Nigerian military, they make it look like saying a fight, they fight. Not be war. It's a lockdown something. Why are we all making it as if no people are fighting with the poor masses? The Nigerian military is making it look like they are having issues with the masses, and now the government has given them
the opportunity has come for them to actually give it to us.
You see that? No, don't humiliate people like that. All right, away from that, straight to Nigeria, some group of Igbo women has been beaten. Yes, I'm smiling because it was very, very funny.
They are beaten for.
Yes, like some group of Igbo women, has been beaten in Nigeria, in the eastern part of Nigeria. Anyway, I'm an Igbo. These women are identified as Umuada. So these old ladies, we are having a meeting during the lockdown, and some people have gone to flog them, Papa. So it's very funny, but on the other hand, it's not funny. But why would you be holding meeting by this time? Like, all of this going around.
The meeting actually wait.
Hold?
Is it like a must to actually hold the meeting? No, we're actually laughing on all of that. But I feel we are taking this whole thing for granted.
Sorry, for people thinking I'm just laughing for laughing's sake, please let's see the video. If you don't laugh, then I'll know. Okay, guys, you've seen what I'm talking about. Like, you've seen the reason why I'm laughing.
It's crazy, man.
It's very crazy. For God's sake, stay in your house. Stay in your house. After the lockdown, you come out and do your meeting. These women wouldn't hear. And the next time you hear that, lately people don't have respect for the elderly ones and all that. But why are they flouting the rules? I don't understand. Why are they doing that?
No, let me get into the bottom of this. So after flogging them, so what happened? What happened to them?
They met them there, and they flogged them out of the place. Like that, they saying we actually crapped.
And I just hope they don't actually come back to the streets again, because this is the issue we are having here in Ghana. Like some of the videos like this, we see some people actually fighting with the military men and all of, and this is very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
I mean, I won't be so surprised if this whole thing turns into something else, because once you are resisting the military men and all of that, don't forget they're actually armed. So you put yourself at risk. Simple instruction: stay home, and then you get, we are laughing, but I mean, this is to our mothers and the aged out there. I mean, our mothers.
But wait, so on that video, that man sitting there, what is he doing there? It's an mother something. It's for women. What are you sitting there for?
Maybe it's that support the whole thing and make sure that he's their security, but he couldn't stand the security. Anyway, so amidst all this, people are still taking advantage. We all know that aside people increasing the prices of stuff and all of that.
Okay.
Someone has also decided to actually take it to another level. Now, this is what the person did. This particular man, I'll show you the video in a bit. He has been arrested. Now, this is what he does. He's actually dressed as like a military person. Now, he goes out there to extort money from people. And then after taking your money, and then he beats you for coming out because of the lockdown. Now, the question people are asking that if we are on the streets and the security personnel actually ask for our IDs and all of that, is it fair for us to also say that, to also ask them
for their own ID?
Also ID. Can you actually tell a military man, you know, are you a military man, because of what's actually happening? Let me not say
you don't risk your life. Don't risk your life.
Don't fall with your life. He was well dressed. I mean, you could easily buy the idea that this is a military man. Look at his face. Let's take a look at his face.
No, it's not before Mama. Okay. But you are evidence. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Mama, they kept. Yes.
Wow, it's very, very serious. So you wouldn't even identify he's not
exactly like he's well dressed. He has the, you know, their uniform and everything, the boots and everything. He has the bag and everything. And then look at what he's doing. And these are some of the things we are doing to our own people in this trying time, in this moment where you know that already this lockdown is actually affecting people financially. You know, it's affecting people and all of that, and you take advantage of that
people,
to
like,
extort money from them people and beats them up. That is the most annoying thing about this whole thing.
Don't be surprised, these viral videos of people beating people mercilessly without even probably they are one of them.
They might not be the
military.
Right. But the question is, how do we even
identify them?
This is the right military person or not? You know, like on your way to work, on my way to work like this.
I was asked for my ID.
Exactly.
The Uber guy carrying me was very scared.
I said that the Uber driver actually picked me up from there. He was even scared. He had to even dodge to take some routes because it was like on Monday, somewhere Monday thereabouts. I mean, a military almost beat him up. Why? Because the military man was like, go and park your car. And he also said the president never said
Uber shouldn't run.
Yes, Uber shouldn't run. So you can imagine. Then you beat him up for free, and then you go into it, and then you realize that he's not a military person after all.
Wow, that's very disheartening. All right, away from that and straight to Nigeria. A man has thrown away a trader's Gari in Onitsha because he's selling at a very exorbitant price. But my question is, why are we doing this now? Why are we doing this now? If there's any time we need food, it is now. That is why even when the government was actually restricting people from going to work, they never restricted you people, because people are there to supply the food to us. So why are you not making it very expensive that we can't even afford?
It's very sad in our parts of the world, you know, since this whole coronavirus thing started, it looks like people are actually taking advantage of the whole thing. First, it was sanitizers, people increasing the prices of sanitizers and all of that. And then as soon as you hear a lockdown, you are actually increasing the
price
of food stuff and all of that, just because a president announces a lockdown. Like here in Ghana, the Gari we were talking about, not just the Gari, I mean, garden eggs, like vegetables and all of that, and they have tripled the amount. And there's a video out there trending on social media where one of the traders was confidently saying that yes,
she doesn't know that Ghanaians
on purpose, but she actually didn't know that Ghanaians actually are very, very rich. Because when they tripled it, they are still buying it anyway. But is this the way to go?
I don't understand. Like, this man right here is very, very angry. Like, he's angered. He couldn't hold it anymore. He had to push the Gari down, something like that. You don't do things like that. Like, come on. It's not, you see, as for, you are doubling the price, yes. But if this is a commodity that the politicians alone will buy, or the rich men alone in the country will buy, then it's fine. You can triple the price. But here lies a case where it is for everybody. The properties are coming to the market to buy. So why would we double the price? Because why would I do like this? And it is very, very unfortunate at the eastern part of Nigeria, Onitsha. In Onitsha, where food full everywhere. When I just they do like this, it's not cool.
I think it's because we don't really have, like in our part of the world, we don't really have something regulating any policy regulating the prices of so someone
goods,
so maybe you are selling a garden egg at let's say in Ghana here, let's say you are maybe 3 for 10 cedis. Someone is selling 20 cedis. Another person is selling 50 Ghana
there's no fixed price.
There's no fixed price on that. So people take advantage of it.
that.
So maybe beyond this whole lockdown thing, moving forward, maybe the government needs to do something about it.
Because majority of these commodities,
right.
majority of these commodities we are talking about, they are not imported. The Gari, we produce Gari.
Exactly.
The tomatoes, we produce tomatoes.
Right.
So why is anything expensive? I was shocked one tomato is 1 CG. For waiting, say who die, 1 garden egg is 1 CG. Why? And because people are buying. Like, I don't understand. The question I'm asking, if you're a trader out there and you're doubling the price of any, don't tell me that I saw not buy. Don't tell me say I saw not buy.
Exactly. And then you make excuses and say that
that's
Ghanaians are rich and all of that. So no, this is not fair, and they have to really be dealt with. If you think you are doing this to actually, don't forget that this is actually affecting all of us.
Everybody.
If I get it, your child out there now, I think you are increasing the prices and all of that. But if I have the virus and I go out there and your child comes into contact with me, I give it to your child, so it gets to affect your child also.
So I wouldn't even be surprised that watching people are not coming out. The people doing the restaurants,
the food vendors and all that,
they're not coming out because
at the end of it, the food stuff out
very
there
expensive.
Exactly.
The prices have shot up. Like, people don't even know how to buy.
No, still on this particular lockdown thing, the president actually stated specifically on 3 areas, anyway, 3 regions: the Greater Accra region, the Ashanti region, of course, I think Tema also.
Yeah.
Now, because of that, people actually decided to actually travel out of Accra to their, to their villages where the lockdown doesn't actually affect them in that area and all of that. Now, because of that, they actually intercepted, a truck loaded with over 100 headquarters. Now, in Ghana, I said we call them kayayei. And then
is it kayayei or kayayo?
No, kayayo is one person.
Okay,
so when they are
kayayei. Oh, I get that.
Now, on their way to north, and they actually send them back to where they actually came from. And one of the arguments interesting arguments they were making, they are like, oh, they came here to Accra to actually make ends meet.
Okay.
However, they sleep on the streets and all of that.
Okay.
So if you say a lockdown and they say people should stay indoors, they have nowhere to sleep.
Oh.
So then they have to go.
Yeah.
But is that excuse enough for them to do what they are? Because they are already crowded in a truck. Already crowded in a truck. And the reason for this lockdown is to prevent the spread of the virus. So if all of you are actually crowded at one place in a bus, let me just show you the video and see how they have actually packed them into it, like a sardine. Let's take a look at this particular video.
Breaking news, breaking news.
Okay, guys, this video is honestly it's not a good one. It's not a cool.
There are children in there, nursing mothers in there,
Ah.
all packed in one place. So you can imagine if someone has the virus.
But they have a point. They have a very serious point.
And the point is,
why would you? The government is actually supposed to do something about this,
right?
Because these ladies, we know very well, they're in the market there, they sleep there. You can't just have a lockdown. There is no food there. It's not if the government have provided food for them that place. Right. You see, so automatically those ladies are starving there. They are not working and they're just there.
So I think the way to go is either they'll provide them with some temporary housing.
Yes.
For them. I mean, even our churches, what are the churches doing? Because there are no church, they are not holding any church services. So maybe we can actually temporarily
take them there or something.
Take them in there. I think the government will actually think about this idea. I think it's a good one. Maybe take them in there for a while, just for them to be in this. So the whole lockdown period is actually over. Because you are, I don't even know what to say.
On the other hand, for me, I think even going back to wherever they are coming from, it's totally out of it. Because while we are doing this thing, we're actually shutting Accra down and Kumasi and the rest of them down because we don't want this thing to spread.
Exactly.
Now you're in Accra that is infected already. Why are you
taking it to other
village?
I think
So
that
you
is
want to spread it to the other
that is the
region.
education a lot of people do not know.
You don't understand that.
They do not know. I think the lockdown, they are thinking they are locking them down
Because the government feels like
locking them down. But the reason for the lockdown, now if you are watching me here, the reason for the lockdown in the first place is to prevent the spread of the virus. So to other regions, because for now the confirmed cases are just in the areas where the president actually mentioned. Greater Accra region, the Ashanti region, of course, Kumasi, and of course Tema. So when you are finding a way to escape to another region, well, guess what? If you have it, you are taking it to another region, and then you are facing other people there,
and which will even prolong the stay at home.
Yes, exactly. You. That's why people think that this whole 2 weeks thing. I mean, maybe just maybe the president of Ghana will extend it to actually probably a month or so, because people keep going against the rules and all of that.
No.
I'm speaking this about because I am really scared about how this whole thing might just spread. Spread. It's not like we have some mass testing somewhere. You know, in South Africa like this, they are doing house to house testing.
Okay.
But it is not happening in every other country.
Yes.
So you can imagine if someone has it, and not everyone actually you have the symptoms. It doesn't show on everyone. You know, when you have it, so some people, of course, they cough and dry cough and all of that. But to some people, you might have it, but it wouldn't show on you that you have the virus or whatsoever. So you could have it, and then you end up actually,
giving it to someone else.
Okay.
In the exception of the kayayeis and all that, please, if you're in Accra or you're in Kumasi, these affected areas of Ghana where that is being locked out, that has been locked down, please stay where you are. It is not a holiday period that you want to travel. It's not a festival. Please stay where you are. So you help the government do this thing. Else, all of us go there for house.
But this is actually a simple directive for them. Like when you think about it, you are like, really. And don't give the excuse of the fact that there are some people that are not well educated. It's not about not being well educated. I mean, the president of the land, and this is someone whose word we take as gold, because that is why he's the president of the land. Whatever he says, you need to listen to it. It's as simple as that. It is for 2 weeks. Before you close your eyes and open it, these 2 weeks will actually be over. Why do you carry yourself? And when you see, like in the video we saw a while ago, how they've actually packed themselves, and I think the driver has to be dealt with, because he actually carried them. Oh yes, I think they have to really deal with the driver, because once we are talking about the carriers and all of that, you are actually transporting this whole people when you know that this is not the right thing to do.
Yeah, probably. You can't actually say it like that, because this man is actually considering them.
They
are outside, for God's sake.
Against the directives of the president.
You see, you right now, you are in your house, you have food, you have shelter over your head. These people don't have anything. They're out there with their children, and all of them, they are outside there under the rain, under the sun. These people are in the market.
No, but what is the reason of the lockdown in the first place? What is the reason of the lockdown?
To curb the spread of coronavirus.
So if that is the reason, why are you traveling? Regardless, because after all, it's not like I'm not being all that passionate about this whole thing, about the fact that they don't have anywhere to sleep and all that. Understandable. But what I am saying, that when you were actually here in Accra and you were working on all of that, weren't you eating? Was the president there to actually give you something to eat and all of that? Don't put people at risk. It's as simple as that. Stay at your various places. Anyway, I've actually heard that the vice president has actually decided to give each one of them, the porters, 500 Ghana cedis to actually help.
Okay.
Support them.
That's cool.
But I feel maybe they are the only people that have been caught.
Yeah.
Imagine the people that have actually found their way and escaped to another place.
Yeah.
This is so wrong. We have to put a stop to this.
Okay, away from that, straight to Nigeria, a popular Nollywood actress, Ada Ame, is not comfortable with the power supply in Nigeria currently. Honestly, I think I am not still happy with this. How can you shut the whole place? How can you lock the place down and there's no electricity? Why? The whole place will be boring.
No, but how long has it been for Nigeria? Because I keep hearing Nigerians complaining about this. How do you call it? The lights out every now and then.
Yeah. But even if it's one day, even if it is one day, if you are locking people down, see, there are two basic needs for this lockdown.
Right.
You should have food in the house.
Because if I feel uncomfortable, these are the various things actually
make me
come out. because I have no light in my
house.
Something to actually, entertain me, some fun, especially in some rooms when your fan is not working.
Hey,
you
Charlie.
can imagine what will actually happen to you.
And I saw a video of I think one of the minister of telecoms and all that in Nigeria saying that he would be in support of DSTV giving some free month subscriptions to DSTV users and all that. My question is, even if we give free
you have been paid a subscription and there's no light, how do you watch the DSTV?
How do you watch? And the house will be bored, please. Whatever it is with Nigerian electricity, please, even if never give us before, but this time we need it. We need it. This woman is not happy the way she was. Please, let's see the video.
Good morning, everybody. Truly, I'm very, 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 very upset. And as a matter of fact, I feel like crying. What kind of country is this? What is it? You said people should stay at home. We all understand that this coronavirus is killing and it's everywhere. But what kind of a country is this, for God's sake? Why is it that nothing? Why is it that something cannot work in this country? There's no light. People are sitting at home. Some people bought perishable yesterday and tried to stock their houses for them to stay. And everywhere is generator sound. We are doing everything humanly possible within our reach to encourage people to sit at home, tell them the danger of this. And for God's sake, give light. Government, give us light. Give light. 20 naira now come out for inside fuel. Okay, 125 naira, fine. How many people can afford it? I might be able to afford it to an extent. But how long is this going to last? How long? Some people, it was everything they had in their life that they use in stock in the house for 2 weeks. Some people, they need to step out of their comfort zone for them to get food to eat. We're not thinking, what kind of a country is this? What kind of a country is this? What is it? For God's sake, in these 2 weeks, if it is only natural that you can just give this light, leave it. Let people be able to sit in their house. The small children, let them be able to watch television at least. Leave light now. Leave light.
Okay, guys, from the look of things, this lady is not she is not happy with everything. And I know you at home, you too, you're not happy with it. Because imagine when there's no light. You won't even charge your phone. Nothing. And they say you shouldn't go out. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's like when you don't have electricity and you don't go out, it's like you're being caged. It's like you're in a prison. You can't do anything. You can't even help yourself.
And the thing is, the citizen keeps talking about this thing over and over and over again. And the leaders is as though they are
comfortable about it. I don't know.
But guess what? When the virus thing and the outbreak of the virus and all of that, what president's children are getting it, even the president, even the royals.
Now they are donating money.
Are getting it. They are donating.
Somebody is donating 1.something billion. Somebody is doing this one. Even the senators in Nigeria, they're not donating 50% of their salary, like half of their salary.
Let's fix the light issue.
Let's fix the light
issue, because if you are locking me down for 2 weeks, I need to feel comfortable in my house, for crying out loud. Let's do something about it. Anyway, that's just about it for today's edition of The Opinion right here. I mean, it's been quite interesting topics we've touched on right here on The Opinion. I mean, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. Of course, on Facebook, it's VNTV. On Instagram, it's VNation TV. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, of course, VNation TV. My name is Eugene Evans, and I've been doing the most today with.
And I am Okoma Gifty. Don't forget to follow me personally on my Instagram handle at Gifty_Ada. And for those of us liking my outfits, you can follow my stylist on the Instagram handle on the screen.
Now, same time next week, we'll be here to bring you trending issues making waves in the world of politics, name it, anywhere, current affairs, anything that affects you and affects us. See you next time.